listening to the Jca Sports Podcast on Spotify and Anchor. To the Jca Sports.
Hi, everybody. What's going on, y'all? The Jca Sports Podcast. Wow, John, sorry. It is live here on Facebook Live. Sorry, we had a few technical difficulties. That's why we started just a tad bit late. But Jose Contreras, John DePalaio, myself, Eric Avila, welcome to the Jca Sports Podcast. As we are always live, as always, on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, guys. Make sure you follow the Jca Sports Podcast on Facebook under John Konavi. Hit that little bell that's on the little corner so you guys get notified when our shows are live. Not only just the Jca Sports Podcast, but the EAFP Podcast and also Sports Drip Lives. Fellas, what's up?
Yo.
How y'all doing?
What's going on, man? How you been?
Good, man. You know, just another day, another dollar, and another podcast, guys. Should we also, speaking of the podcast, we actually have some news for everybody later on in the show, so please stay tuned, tune in, keep watching us so you guys can hear our big surprise for the show and the end of the episode that we're gonna have for you guys for sure. But guys, first things first, let's talk about sports. Let's talk about basketball. Let's talk about yesterday's game between the Celtics and the Miami Heat. And a game, guys, let's just be completely honest. This has been a trend so far in these playoffs where the games have really not really lived up to the expectations. It feels like every game is a blow. I think yesterday was probably like the closest game between the Warriors and the Mavs. I think the Warriors won 109-100, guys. But let's be honest. The series looks like it's going to be over. Luka's doing everything that he's possibly been doing in life in order for the Mavericks to get one single win. But it looks like whatever answer that Luka Doncic has, the Warriors and their squad, man, they respond with something else. Johnny boy, is this series over tomorrow?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Just the Warriors are on a mission. Mavs can't compete. All they got is Luka. There's no true number two there. And the Warriors, it's just their experience is showing. Steph Curry's going off. You know, there's talks of like, will he finally get his finals MVP? And that's because he's doing his thing. You know, it's a different Steph Curry than what we've seen in the previous series. And I think it's sweet for sure.
Yeah, it looks like it to be that way, guys. A sweep for sure from the Warriors. Jose, same question applies to you, my man. Is this series over? Is it going to be a sweep between the Warriors and the Mavs?
No. Actually, no. I'm gonna give Luka. I'm gonna give Luka his due. I'm gonna give him his respect and say he wins one. It's gonna be a tall task, but I think a superstar like Luka Doncic, I think he could do it 100%. The man is special, right? He is special 100. This guy is, one of the times we've never seen before. For him to be this young, to be this great, it's only a matter of time when this league becomes his, and I truly believe that. But I do see the Dallas Mavericks at least winning one game.
And that will be tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yep.
Tomorrow night. Well, it has to be, right? Because everything else will be.
Yeah. Right.
Winner
go home. You gotta win it tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Look, these NBA games. I mean, some have been interesting. It's been hit and miss for sure. These NBA playoffs, and honestly, yesterday was probably the first time I think we got a little bit more excitement between the Mavs and the Warriors, simply because the Mavs went back at home. They look like they were dominating. Steph Curry, like John said, looks like he was on a mission not only to reach to the NBA Finals, but making his case and stating his case of being playoffs MVP and heading to the Finals MVP. That he looks like he's going to be able to do with the squad that he has. John, is there any type of recipes or any type of magic, Luka magic that he still left over to win tomorrow?
No, Luka's gonna get his regardless, man. He's gonna get his 30 points. It's just a cast around him, man. I don't really see them at all overcoming the Warriors. Luka Magic's gonna show up, but there's no Mavs magic. It's just Luka. That's it.
It's just Luka and everybody else. Yeah, the team that actually took down the number 1 seed in the Phoenix Suns is struggling. Let's be honest, they're struggling against a better team. They're struggling against not only just a better team, but an NBA championship quality team in the Golden State Warriors. And we kind of knew it, right? I think we all agree us three is going to be a kind of like an easy battle for the Golden State Warriors, kind of like an easy trip to the NBA Finals. And speaking of which, does this performance, Jose, by the Golden State Warriors, even though Vegas and the bookies have the Celtics as the favorites, but are the Warriors the favorites to win it all?
You know what, the way it's looking, I guess in the Western Conference standpoint, yeah, you know what, Eric? I'll tell you what. If the Boston Celtics can be healthy, 100% healthy, then no. I think this is Boston's year. That they need Marcus Smart back. They need Al Horford to be able to stay and play. And I think they can compete with the Golden State Warriors. Now, if you're asking me which one has the most star power, who's like on paper, who I think would win, I would go with Golden State only because of who they have on that team. You still have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and the emergence of Jordan Poole. At the same time, Boston's on a mission. You see what they're doing in Miami right now. It's almost a blowout and a half.
Yeah, they're killing them. They're killing them.
It's crazy to see, right? They defeated. I think they had the tougher route to get here. They defeated Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. They defeated my boy Giannis. Who I say is the greatest player today. And it looks like I think even though they were down 2-1, they're going to tie it today, and I can see them defeating the Miami Heat and winning it all, man. But that's just how I feel.
Yeah, definitely. You guys are listening to the Jca Sports Podcast here on Facebook Live, guys. Make sure you also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, also our Instagram and TikTok, as we have TikTok too as well. Make sure you follow on all our social media platforms. You can watch all our episodes on Facebook Live under the John Konavi Facebook page, along with Twitter and Twitch. Let's go to the comments real quick, guys. We got a lot of comments on here. I'm assuming Justin is saying these a-holes between you guys. You guys are the only ones on here.
No, he's talking about you and your ego.
That too. Josh on here said he missed us. Coach Pelayo, see you on the field this week. Obviously with Eva playing a little t-ball. You guys are having a little small conversation. Guys, also remember that the link is also on the app, on the comment section too as well. Join us anytime. We would love for you guys to hop on, talk about sports. So the link is on there. Join us. Josh says the Warriors game 5, Boston, man, is killing it for sure. Is 73-42 is the updated score right now that I got with 3 minutes left in the third. Thank you very much. As I'm turning my back, and then here it goes. Caesar, Big C's. What up, C's? Boston coming out on top. That's for sure. That's all we got on the comment section here. And let's talk about this series too as well, because over the weekend, if anything out of the whole entire series, this series kind of has been a little bit entertaining. Simply because we have less star power. I don't know Jimmy Butler, who got hurt, Kyle Lowry, who's playing hurt. But the other players have been stepping up for the Miami Heat as well as the Boston Celtics. You've seen the other day. I think it was the same game too. Marcus Smart went out. How big he had the whole. How the crowd had him. Jason Tatum, I think, popped out his shoulder, and also came back in the same game. you could tell that the injury bug is trying to hit the Boston Celtics, and they keep fighting. But the Miami Heat with Bam Adebayo just came out and showed out he needed to step up. But now today, you can kind of see 73-42, guys. Is this series? Is this the trend that the series is going to be? Obviously, this looks like whoever wins back-to-back games more likely win the series, right, John?
Well, I genuinely thought this series was going to go 7 games with both teams being healthy. Seeing how I think they're downplaying how serious it is for Butler. I mean, he's not even playing right now. I really think because Butler's their main guy. The other guys can step up. Have their games, have their moments, but without a healthy Butler, even if he's only getting 20 points, you're not winning without him. As far as Miami, they can do it with just Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Realistically, those two guys are enough. Even if Horford's not doing his thing, Marcus Smart is out. Jason Tatum is enough to carry them. Whereas a Jimmy Butler-less Miami definitely has no chance. But to Jose's comment earlier, Boston definitely needs to be healthy to beat the Warriors. The way it's looking like, regardless of who the Warriors face between these two teams, neither are going to be healthy. So Warriors might have an easy finals win.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that the NBA wants. A quick 4-game series between.
You mean the Illuminati?
In the finals for sure. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. Either whether it's the Celtics or the Warriors, we want a long series. But I think the only long series we're going to have is in the Eastern Conference Finals, Jose. And honestly, basically, it's the team that wins 2 back-to-back games is going to win the series, right?
Yeah, basically, that's the way it's looking. I see the series going to 7. I said it from the get-go. But, again, that being said, 1-1. Boston winning today is going to be tied 2. I see Miami win the next one, Boston win the one after that, and then I can see Boston winning again. With that being said, Eric, that's what I predicted, man.
You're on mute. Still on mute. There you go.
This year, I'm having a lot of technical difficulties over here on my computer. But this year, Boston is just really they're just destined to win, man. They're destined to win for sure.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, this is the NBA Finals, or this is just as I think exciting as the NBA regular season was. I don't think this is the way that the NBA kind of wants it to end, obviously. But at the same time, you're seeing a pure dominance out of a team out of one conference. Whether if it was the Mavericks or even the Suns, because I really thought that the Suns, if they would advance and beat the Mavericks, still had no shot in defeating the Phoenix Suns anyways, or the Golden State Warriors, should I say. And it's just it's one of those, like, you're just seeing the old Golden State Warriors, the Golden State Warriors of old, coming back and really just dominating not only the Western Conference, but I feel like they're also going to dominate the NBA for the next couple of years if there is no other team coming out of the East that will steamroll them or even compete with them.
It's tough. It's kind of scary thing to think about. Golden State was one of those teams that were already dominant to begin with, when healthy.
Right.
Now you add a potential superstar, and I say potential superstar because I think this man could become one. In Jordan Poole, we have Deontay on the comments, who's one of the biggest fans. He said, "Y'all ready for the pool party with me?" And he knows. Yeah, he knows. Jordan Poole is all that and more.
100%.
I hope you can swim. I hope you can swim. He said, "I can't swim, but I'm ready. I hope you can." John. But it is what it is. Here we are. The Jordan Poole and Golden State Warriors have a great future ahead of themselves. I just don't think this year is that year. I think Boston's going to take it. I have a question for you guys. Would you rather? I'm trying my best to pull it up right now, so that way that everybody at home could see it as well. So I'm going to share my screen. So bear with me here, guys. As I do that, I'm going to share my entire screen.
Wow.
You guys are going to see. You guys are going to see exactly what I see.
Right, hey, guys.
I feel like I'm back in.
I have this
in college classes online where the professor don't know how to use.
Exactly.
I know how to use
computer, right?
I mean, geez, come on, buddy. I feel like I can see myself in a loop. Look, just go back and forth. Hey, Caesar says, hey, real
You guys
quick,
see this or
Caesar
no?
says, close your tabs, man.
Hey.
Close my
Said,
tabs.
close your tabs.
Do you guys see the picture or no?
You see, I think, is that what?
No.
Pornhub?
No,
Is that
it's
Pornhub?
us. It's us
X-
frozen, Jose.
XXLDI. Is it what, Jose? What
You know
You
what?
still can't see
While
it?
we wait for Jose to figure out his
No.
technical difficulties, Eric, how about you tell us about your mini road trip to St. Louis? real quick?
Man, that's
Dude, the road trip. All right, so technically the road trip that I went for St. Louis, it wasn't.
No, we're not gonna go there. No, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. We're
No,
not
we're
gonna go
waiting
there.
for you to fix your screen.
Yeah,
It
fix
shows
your
us
screen.
three
Come on.
frozen. Look
No.
on your phone, the JCA page. It's us
honestly,
three frozen.
like the food, we only went to St. Louis. Me and my girl Laura over here. We only went to St. Louis to go eat some ribs. And when I tell you guys, if you guys go to St. Louis, Pappy's
I've
Smokehouse,
been to St. Louis. Yes, that place is fire.
Pappy's Smokehouse, guys, write that on your list. if
There's
you guys
actually a
have
line
place-
to get in. It's fire. That's how
Yep.
good it is.
Oh my God, dude, that line, we waited over an hour just to
Oh,
get some
shit.
food. But you know what? It's well worth it at the end of the day. I'm not gonna lie. It was worth it. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was like what, like $50 around there. And dude, it was amazing. I got the
That's good.
smoked chicken
Mhm.
and she had a full slab of ribs. And dude, oh my God. The baked beans.
You lost me at Big Bean.
Oh, come on, dude. Trust me.
Dude, they do that fire.
They're
Big Beans
good.
are eh.
Caesar said he saw all your tabs, bro. That's exactly
All
what he
right, so
said.
basically, what I wanted to show you guys, and again, like I'm really upset that we can't show. I've had some difficulties trying to get it. I don't know what's going on with the computer, but it basically is this: you have
I love you, Caesar.
right, yeah. I don't like these guys at all, Caesar. Basically, you have the 4 stars. You have Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Luka Doncic. If you had to choose between these 4 guys and the 2 players they eliminated to ride with for a championship, for example, Luka Doncic, he eliminated who he eliminated? He eliminated what's his name, Donovan Mitchell. I got you right now.
Donovan Mitchell and
Devin
Booker.
Booker.
And Devin Booker. So you have Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker. You have Steph Curry, John Morant, and Nikola Jokic. You have Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, and Trae Young. And then you have Jason Tatum, Giannis, and Kevin Durant. If you had to choose between one of those 4 teams going to the finals, who would you choose and why?
Wait, so all 3 players are together, or
All
you're
4?
saying-
Cool. Hold on, you guys can see that because I can't pull it up on my screen. But there you go.
Okay, Jose, but I'm saying, is it?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Is it like does Tatum get to pick either Giannis or KD, or he has?
No, you have them both. No, you got them both.
Oh,
You got them both.
Then give me Boston all day, every day. They got the best player in the world with KD and the second best player in the world with Giannis.
Yeah, I don't think that's even. Well, I don't know. Well, we've seen Butler and Embiid together, right? So we know what that is. And who else did they add?
Trae Young.
Trae Young.
Trae Young.
That's not that bad of a. That's not a bad of a squad.
That's a scary squad.
That's a scary squad for sure. That's like a very
That
good
scoring, defense, toughness, all in one. It's crazy.
the John Morant,
Clutch.
the John Morant and Steph Curry and who's the other one? Jokic.
Jokic. Yeah, the MVP.
That one. Ooh, yeah. I think the weakest one out of that group is the Luka Doncic, Devin Booker,
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell.
and Donovan Mitchell. Obviously, that's the last.
Eric, you know you have this picture in your phone, literally in the text, man.
Do I really?
Yes.
Huh. Interesting.
This is
I
why
did not know
Justin says you guys are a-holes,
Right.
and I
Yeah.
agree.
100%. Oh, you did send this earlier, huh?
Yeah. If every
Didn't you guys work together today? Like,
Huh?
didn't y'all work together today?
Man, don't I don't associate with this fool, man.
Yeah, we don't
Come on,
even see
man.
each other like that. Thank God. All right. Actually, let me. Okay, so obviously the weakest one is obviously that Luka Doncic one, right? The third week is, even though it's kind of scary, I think I give it to the Ja Morant, Steph Curry, Jokic one. I think that's the third strongest team, I guess you can say. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I see it. It's the Giannis, Jason Tatum, and Kevin Durant squad. I mean that squad is just lethal all day, every day, in and out. You're gonna get the defense side out of Jason Tatum and also out of Giannis Antetokounmpo right there, and obviously Kevin Durant could just shoot the lights out of any gym, anytime, any point, at any second of any game. You know, that to me is probably the better team if you want to put them all together.
I think it's an easy choice. You know, I didn't believe. I honestly didn't believe all three of us would choose the same team, but I guess we are. How can I go against Giannis? I for sure thought Eric was going to go with the Steph Curry team. I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't, but you know what? That's okay. I come prepared, right? Because I want to debate. Okay, now how about let's do this? Now I want you to pick out of these guys, right? Out of each team, who is the weakest link of each team? So starting with the Luka Doncic team, who is the weakest link there?
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I agree. Going to Jimmy Butler's team, who's the weakest link?
Trae Young.
Trae Young.
Okay, I agree. Now going to the Golden State team, to the Warriors, to the Steph Curry's, who's the weakest link?
Ja Morant.
I agree, Ja Morant.
Jokic.
No way. Really? He's a two-time MVP.
You know what? They gave him this one. This one, they just like handed this one because they didn't want to give it to Joel Embiid.
Okay, even if they didn't give it to him,
but
he's the runner-up.
Jokic on that team is still going to put up MVP numbers, Eric.
Yep.
That's the difference.
Yep. Not Morant.
Not Morant.
No, he would not. No, he would not.
He
would defer to Steph Curry, Eric. He would defer to Jokic. He is the clear-cut weakest person on that team.
No, definitely not. Hell no.
Hell yeah. 100%.
No, I honestly think Ja Morant has a lot more to his game. Obviously, yes, I get it. Jokic is the MVP, blah, blah, blah. You
alone, yeah, but I think that Jokic, he doesn't.
I think Jokic overall on this squad, on this team, with Steph and Ja Morant, he is like the third best player on here because Ja Morant, obviously he needs to work on his shooting, but he gives you everything. He could drive, he could dish, he could play. His IQ is all there. And obviously, Jokic would be kind of like a decoy in a way. Yes, he's going to get his points, but he'd still be a decoy in this squad simply because of the talent that obviously Steph Curry, but also the talent of Ja Morant in this squad. He's going to be the third option in this squad.
You're talking about Ja Morant? Yes, you're right.
No, Jokic.
Why would Jokic be the number one option, Eric? Why would he be number three? That makes no sense.
Steph Curry's the number one option.
No, he's not the number. He's not going to go up and shoot 5 times, 20 times a game. That's not how it goes. It goes Jokic down low. Get your buckets, big fella. And then when you finally start defending him, you pass and you shoot to. You got your shooters. Or you have Ja Morant cut.
He does.
Cut in the lane.
He kind of tosses 20 shots a game.
Bro, come on, man. He's not. Steph Curry's not number one option there. I'm telling you. Going to the next team, who's the weakest link? I say Kevin Durant.
It's Tatum.
It's Durant.
It's Tatum.
Tatum. Both Giannis and Tatum both proved the last 2 years why Kevin Durant is the weakest between the three of them.
Tatum.
How can you say that? What's Tatum doing right now?
It's Tatum.
Kevin Durant had the word like Kevin had a bad series this year.
How many championships does Tatum have versus?
Oh my God! But hey, pair him with Golden State, pair him with Steph Curry, and then boys over there, he would have just as many.
What Tatum brings, the one thing that you've seen Jason Tatum here with these playoffs that he struggles offensively. There's games where he's been inconsistent shooting the ball, even driving the ball, even scoring the points in most of the games, especially the games that have been blowouts. With Kevin Durant.
We're struggling offensively against the Boston Celtics.
With Kevin Durant, only the Boston Celtics, but with Kevin Durant, he could shoot the lights out of any team against any time, any place. And Giannis is going to get his. All right, yeah, Giannis, we know he's going to get his no matter what. But if you're telling me out of that group between Giannis, Tatum, and Kevin Durant in the same team, Jason Tatum will be the third option in this squad, and it's a fight for number one. I think the edge will probably be a little bit, probably give the edge to Giannis on who's going to be number one scoring ability, but it's a tough contest for sure.
Wait, real quick, either Williams is faking it or he messed up his shoulder in the game for Boston. But he just hit 2 free throws, but he was grabbing on his shoulder. So
Yeah, well, in regards to the fact Boston's winning today's game, you're listening to the Sports Podcast, guys. Make sure to follow us on every single one of our platforms that we're going live from: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. You can catch our past, our present, our future episodes here on Anchor, on Spotify, live every Monday at 9 p.m. Sticking with the would you rather type of question, guys, since we just had one with the 4 teams I just mentioned, let's go with the Chicago Bears. Just brought up a very good question in the chat earlier between the three of us. No, and of course we want to get our opinions here, but we also want to get everybody else in the comments. So please hop in the comments. Let us know what you guys would rather do
join us.
Or join us. Yeah, Eric put the link up. Click the link, allow access to your microphone and your camera, and you'll be able to come on. If you don't want to show your face, just allow access to your microphone. We'll just talk to you. It's fine. But okay, here's the question. Knowing what we all know, what happened to the 2018 Chicago Bears? All right, they went deep in the playoffs. They had an amazing season that year. They went down the field. Cody Parkey was supposed to, hit it in a field goal for us to advance. Never happened. Double doink, the famous double doink. And the rest is history. Knowing what you know now, what happened, what I just mentioned in the 2018 Chicago Bears season, who would you rather have to replace one of the two? Would you rather have Jay Cutler to replace Mitchell Trubisky or Robbie Gould to replace Cody Parkey? We're going to start with John.
Oh, man, this is hard because, I hate Cody Parkey with a passion. We should have cut that man earlier in the season. When was it? He missed 5 field goals. I believe it was week 2. Jay Cutler, I've been a Jay Cutler fan since before everybody suddenly joined the Jay Cuddy bandwagon. It's cool to be a Cuddy fan now.
Right, exactly.
But my heart is gonna say faithful. I've always been a Jay Cutler fan, bigger than I've been a Robbie Gould fan. So I'm riding with Jay. I'm riding with Smoking Jay. Jay Cuddy's my buddy. Granted, I do have.
Wait! What? You're going with Jay Cutler over Mitchell Trubisky? You?
Yeah. If you know me how you know me, Eric can vouch. I was diehard Jay Cutler fan. Diehard Jay Cutler fan. I would argue.
He had all Jay Cutler jerseys in all colors.
In every color. I would argue with all our customers that wanted to talk shit about Jay Cutler back at the locker room. And now look at y'all. Now everybody misses Jay Cutler. He's the best quarterback in our lifetime on the Bears. Our lifetime, not overall. But here's the thing.
Overall,
I do have question marks as far as I don't think Nagy's offense would cater to Jay Cutler the way Nagy's offense catered to Mitch year 1, because that's when he had all the trick plays, everything. Use Mitch as athleticism, all that. But realistically, just looking at who you played down the line, I mean, that was the Rams versus Patriots Super Bowl, was it not?
Yeah, Rams. Yep, Rams, Patriots, Super. And we beat the Rams that year.
We definitely would have needed a shootout to win. It wouldn't have came down to a close game.
I mean,
winning by a 50
goal. I don't know.
Even the next round, whether we face the Rams or the Saints, because the Saints
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Saints got screwed up. We would need a shootout to win.
No, I don't believe that to be true. Eric, go ahead.
Gunslinging Jay would have delivered.
No, I don't believe that to be true one bit. But I'll give my reasons when it's my turn. Eric, same question for you. Between the two, would you rather have Robbie Gould over Cody Parkey or Jay Cutler over Mitchell Trubisky? And I think we all know the answer to this one.
Dude, this is the easiest question. It's not even up for debate. Literally, Jay Cuddy, our buddy John,
our buddy,
over Mr. Trubisky, easily hands down. We wouldn't even
Jay Cutler's our compadre. Jose's not no more.
We wouldn't even have to rely on Cody Parkey to hit that field goal because Jay Cuddy would already been throwing 2 touchdowns in this game, right?
And 5 interceptions.
It's Jay Cutler, so maybe a pick or two will be involved somewhere in there. We all know that, right? But you talking about the 2018 Chicago Bears. You talking about almost the historic defense or one of the historical defense in modern NFL history, maybe, or all the NFL history, depending where you want to get it with the interception, defensive scoring, sacks, whatever you want to call it. In every category, they would have been top 5 in defensively wise, right? But Jay Cuddy, the one thing about Cuddy is that he's a gunslinger, so he'll get it in there. Allen Robinson would have probably been over 1,200 yards, 300 yards. There would have probably been another second wide receiver. I can't even remember the wide receiver corner at that year, but it would have been there. David Montgomery, I think he was our running back at that time, if I'm not mistaken, probably would have had more reception yards to catching the ball. So this is easy, a no-brainer, like the most simplest question I think we've ever had on the Jca Sports Podcast in the last 2 years. That Jay Cutler over Mitch Trubisky, we would have had more 20-point scoring offense. We would probably, you're right. I don't know about a gunslinging matchup. I think it would have been against the Rams at LA that year, but it would have been definitely where Jay Cuddy would have had this game on his back, because Cuddy in crunch time in Bears, he's literally was close to like 60 to 70% in scoring drives at the end to win the games. So my faith would have been in Jay Cuddy, no problem. Jay Cuddy, any day, all day. Unfortunately, he is the best mediocre quarterback in all the NFL history of being a 500 record, and he does hold all the Bears quarterback records. Yes, he's been the Bears' best quarterback within the last franchise, the whole entire franchise. So yeah, Jay Cuddy, easy. No
all right. I'm glad I put you two fools first. I didn't think both of you guys were going to go ahead and pick the same, but it is what it is. I'm glad I put you guys first, because my answer is completely different. There's a reason why Jay Cutler is the greatest quarterback in the Bears history, because there was never any great quarterbacks in Bears history. Jay Cutler just happened to be the best mediocre quarterback the Bears ever had, but he was still mediocre at best.
I agree. I agree, Caesar. He probably would have gotten hurt some way, somehow.
He would have gotten hurt some way, somehow.
He got diabetes. Leave him alone.
Exactly. You would have gotten hurt some way, somehow. You would have never seen him smile on the sideline, right?
Smile. He winning.
No, again, I would choose.
He threw 3 TDs to Allen Robinson.
I would choose Robbie Gould, because with Mitchell Trubisky, the Bears have gotten that far. With Mitchell Trubisky, they were poised to win that game. Mitchell Trubisky did not lose that game for the Chicago Bears. Yeah. If you recall, he threw the
Allen Robinson wide open
to get them in field goal territory.
You right?
Robbie Gould would have been the reason why the Bears won that game, because Cody Parkey was the only reason the Bears lost that game. Now, going forward, right? We're going to the Los Angeles Rams. We're just assuming, because they were the ones who went to the Super Bowl that year. We go to the Rams. We've already defeated the Rams that same year. It was an ugly defensive game, and the Bears proved they had the better defense, because they did their thing and they won that matchup against the Rams. I 100% believe they were doing the same thing. Going to the Patriots, I disagree with John saying it's going to be a shootout because of how great that defense was. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, they would have scored points because they're the New England Patriots, but it wouldn't have been a shootout, because let's be honest, the Bears can't even survive in a shootout. They won't be able to shoot nothing out. Not with Mitchell Trubisky.
Look
hold on. I gave you time. Let me finish. Okay, let me finish. You can argue with me all you want when I'm done. Okay. But again, Robbie Gould is my answer for one reason and one reason only. We would have made every field goal in that postseason point blank period with Robbie Gould. 100%. Let's go, baby. Go ahead, John. My bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll tell you this, though.
I don't even want to hear you yelling.
I'll tell you this. The way that Robbie Gould left, Robbie Gould was literally at his lowest point in his career with the Bears, his last 2 seasons with the Bears. So, with that being said, I think that would have never been that situation. Robbie Gould was very inconsistent his last 2-3 years. You guys can look it up. He wasn't as Robbie. He wasn't Robbie Gould of old. Right? He even said it himself. The move to San Francisco was the best thing that has ever happened in his career.
No, to go there. No, when Robbie Gould was let go, it was a smart business decision for the Bears, because he cost us a lot of games that year.
He did, and the year prior to that. So
Not as many. Hey, he didn't cost us as many games as Jay Cutler did. So I don't want to hear that BS. He did not cost us as many games as Jay Cutler did. Jay Cutler cost us a bunch of games. He cost us the NFC Championship against the Green Bay Packers, did he not? When he got injured.
He got injured, bro.
He didn't get
So
injured.
he has diabetes, man.
He
You
got
know how
injured.
bad a meniscus tear or something like that with his
That wasn't even a tear.
Bro,
amputated,
Look,
bro.
man. Look, Jay Cutler never had an O-line, so you can't say he costed us more games than Robbie Gould. Robbie Gould has one job. Show up, kick the ball. That's it.
Tell him, John.
He's not running for his life every play. He had no O-line.
Line that year? Did Mr. McCann O-line that year? No, he did not.
He had a way better O-line than Jay
No,
Cutler had.
no, he did not, bro. No, he did not. You got only recruits in front of Jay Cutler. You don't have only recruits in front of Richard Trubisky. Don't give me that. Jay Cutler would have been sacked 20 times. He would have threw 5 interceptions, and we would about to go be blown out.
Jay Cutler against weak-ass Eagles would have had 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions for 400 yards.
Defending
Sorry,
champion right here.
Yeah, 400 yards.
400. Yeah, this is easy, man. I don't know. I don't get it, but definitely for sure, Jay Cuddy is with the quarterback with 2018. That would have been Super Bowl bound for sure.
Listen. If Jay Cutler and Robbie Gould were both on that team, Robbie could miss all the field goals he wants. We still winning.
Hey, between the two, one is still playing at a high level. The other is in the woods somewhere shooting deer. Just saying.
He's still winning in life, though.
Yeah.
But Jay Cutler's making more money though.
Are you really winning? No, we lost Kristen Cavallari. She was another dude now. Are you really winning?
Yeah.
He won the minute he filed for divorce.
He won the minute he filed for divorce. The moment that he froze her accounts for her not to get money was everything. Jay Cutler won in life. We should all look up.
Do you not follow him on Instagram?
I do.
He's living his best life.
He's a great father on Instagram. I'll give him that.
And he has his own meat shop or his meat website.
Yeah.
He has some big fat meat.
Hey, Jake.
Did y'all hear what just happened?
They thick. It's meat.
They thick meat.
It's thick meat.
He be slanging. Size of thighs.
Put it this way. The meat is thicker than his ex-wife.
Oof. No fact.
Wow.
Moving on.
He was a G after the NFL. Hell yeah, he still is to this day.
Moving on. Sticking with the Bears. Let's play a little buy or sell game. A game we never played here before, but I want to ask you guys a couple questions and see what your reaction is here.
Cool. Guys, you could join us too on the comment section, and also join us too. The link will be reposted on the comment section, so you guys could join us as well.
Yeah, and let's not go over Paulina's comment. That was pretty funny. Jay Cutler, is he as nice as Mitchell Trubisky? Because apparently that's important in the NFL.
I feel like Jay Cutler would have made Matt Nagy cry.
He was a nice guy. He was a good master.
We would have definitely heard, all right, kill, all right, new play, all right, let's go. And then he'll yell out, Allen Robinson, go long.
Jay would have called an audible every single
Jay would have called it every single play. And hey, look, it would either work or it would fail, and then that chemistry would have just. I think that would have probably been the only year Jay Cutler would have probably been with the Bears.
Facts. Okay, so moving on, right? Buy or sell, guys. This has to do with Chicago Bears still. The Bears have always been a defensive team. We just mentioned the 2018 Bears team, which was led by that defense. They've always been a defensive team. The defense has always been their strong suit.
Wait, hold on. Real quick, we got Cole in the comments. My boy CP. You just ask him the question about the Bears, and then we'll move on because he just hopped on late as hell.
Okay.
I need his answer. I need CP's answer for this.
Since we're gonna go ahead because you're a loyal fan. We love you here. We had a question that we just asked. Okay, between these two players, knowing what you know about the 2018 Bears, we know what happened. They went to the playoffs, double doink. The rest is history, right? Knowing what you know about what happened in 2018, out of these two players, who would you rather have to replace? Would you have Jay Cutler to replace Mitchell Trubisky or Robbie Gould to replace Cody Parkey?
Thank you, CP. Go ahead. We'll address it when CP comments.
John and Eric both chose Jay Cutler.
Jay Cuddy, our buddy.
I bet you CP is going to choose.
I chose Robbie Gould.
I bet you
Pretty good because
he's gonna go to the quarterback.
I chose Robbie Gould because Mitchell Trubisky wasn't the reason we lost that game against the Eagles. Cody Parkey was the reason why we lost the game to the
Allen
Eagles.
Robinson wide open on a
Wow.
slant route that could have went all the way to the touchdown. If he would've hit him.
CP, come on, bro.
Hey, Cole and I have good takes. He agrees with me about the Giannis take. He agrees with me about Robbie Gould. Cole, we're smart man. You're a smart man.
Disappointed me, bro. CP, you disappointed me, man. I thought I knew you better than
CP,
that.
yeah, man.
I thought we were better than this, bro. I thought we were better than this.
You're right. He is better. That's why you have that take.
That we had together, all these shows that you and I and Deontay had, and I thought we had chemistry. I chose you over them, and this is how you repay me, bro. Oh man, come on.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. You thought Mitch was your boy. And
Mitch is my boy.
You are not a Mitch Trubisky fan. You cannot.
Jay was my boy before Mitch. Jay was my first love. He was your first love. Don't do it, bro. If Jay Cutler walked in the door and Mitch is sitting right next to me, I'm walking out with Jay. I'm sorry.
That's my guy.
Wow.
The fact that you had Mitch on your house, though, it's kind of like, dude, okay, come on, man. No,
Wow.
but, you know,
if you open my closet, you see Jay Cutler jersey, Mitch jersey, then Justin Fields jersey. In that order.
Real quick, Eric, for the record, if I had to choose between the two quarterbacks, I would choose Jay Cutler. But because we're saying who would you choose between Jay Cutler and Robbie Gould, I'm choosing Robbie Gould. Okay.
I'd rather have the 3 touchdowns of 400 yards and possibly an interception or 2 over the no touchdown, over the 1 touchdown for whatever scramble yards that he had, and like a almost like a 50% completion or like a 40%.
Exactly. Right.
Real quick though, before we go into CP's comment, I do gotta say one thing. I'll give Mitch over Jay. He got the better looking baby mama.
I thought it was the running skills. I mean,
no.
Right.
I thought we were just keeping this as
Mitch's girl, his wife, his BM now versus Jay Cutler's ex-wife. No, is night and day.
Cole, what's Cole say? I didn't see what he said, man. He said Mitch wasn't the reason he lost the game. Yeah, he struggled a bit out of the gate, but his Eagles defense was on fire. Mitch did his job, got them to the finish line. Cody choked 100%. That's exactly what I told him.
He did.
He did, but I'd rather have 20 some odd points from Jay Cutler than the measly 12 that
again he would have quit at Chicago again because in the NFC Championship against the Packers in 2010 he left the game.
Man, you
left the game.
How you gonna make fun of a dude's health? Knowing that anything that he could have been damaging could cause
man. Come on.
Man. We went to the NFC Championship against the Packers. The winner goes to the Super Bowl, and he left the game.
And I think that's
I mean, it's still not as bad as when the Bears choked in the Super Bowl against the Colts. I mean,
they was there. That was all Rexy, and
that was all Rexy. I would have went with
come on, bro.
That defense was good. But then again, they went against a Hall of Famer and Peyton Manning, man.
But the slap in the face, to start the game off with the kick return and you still lose, bro. It's just we had a historic thing going for us.
But that alludes to the greatness of Peyton Manning, one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, moving on.
Manning's a great. Don't start.
Buy or sell. Let's go.
Moving on. Buy or sell. The Bears have always been a defensive team. That was their strong suit throughout the entire history. 1985 Bears, 2006 Bears, 2010 Bears, 2018 Bears. Every single time the Bears were competitive, they were riding the coattails of that defense. Here we are in the new era with Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles.
Eberflus.
Is it a coincidence that Eberflus happens to be a defensive-minded coach? He was the defensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts. Is it a coincidence that their first 2 draft picks happen to be great defensive, well, hopefully potentially great defensive players? There's still a lot of question marks on the offensive side. Not saying there's not in the defense, but you right now on paper you kind of feel a little bit more confident defensively than you do offensively. At least I do. Buy or sell, the Bears are gonna have to ride the coattails of the defense again the next time they're competitive because of how it's going right now. Eric.
Definitely not. So I think Justin Fields is actually going to be a good quarterback, a wild card 2022, calling it right now. The Bears are going to make the wild card. I honestly do believe that Justin Fields is the real deal. You put weapons around him, you get, or not even weapons, just good NFL players around him with a decent offensive line. He has the talent to do so. So yeah, definitely sell for sure. Where the Bears are not going to ride the coattails. It'll be great. I'm not going to lie. Defense and then the offense still doing their part. They both do their part, but no, definitely not. No, sell definitely on that part.
John.
I'm gonna sell. Justin Fields is my boy. He does need some wide receivers though. They definitely need to put some talent around him. We do have a new O-line on the way, so I definitely agree with Eric on this one. Though I don't see the Bears defense being elite. We still I think really see by the time like the Bears are competitive again, because it's definitely a rebuild next year and probably the year after. I think like our big name like Eddie Jackson's probably gone. I think it's gonna be a whole new defense overall from what we have like today, and it's gonna be a rebuild. But I definitely see our offense striving better than our defense just because of Justin Fields himself. We're building, we drafted him for a reason. We're building around him. He's a franchise quarterback.
Cole in the comments, did we talk about Eric's wild tennis prediction? No, we have not. We're not going to go there. Paulina follows up with that. Like, he's not sharing what he's smoking, and it ain't fair.
Jay Cuddy.
Then see, we're going to start with a big lean on defense. Then we'll see how offense sticks together. Okay, here's the thing.
Wild card, guys.
What is that saying, Paulina? If you could put in the comments, you know better than I do about insanity, right?
Insanity is.
You talking about the workout?
No, not
it's Taylor Twellman said it when the United States men's national team back in 2018 talking about
the definition of insanity is when you're doing the same thing over and over again. The Bears doing the same thing, expecting different results. Exactly. The Chicago Bears have been doing the exact same thing since I can remember. And it's never changed. They never had a great quarterback, always a mediocre one. Their defense always was the best side of the ball every time they were competitive. It's not a coincidence that we get a defensive-minded coach. We're supposed to have this great young quarterback, but yet we get a defensive-minded coach. And then we get to the draft, and we get defensive players. Albeit, I get it. They're probably the best on the board, 100%. There's a lot of openings. I get it. But at the same time, it just still seems like the defense is taking over, whether we wanted to or not. I'm not with Eric. I'm winning 10-7. I want to make sure everybody knows that, right?
Wild card.
But I can't sit here and be insane with you guys. I can't sit here and expect the players to all of a sudden know what they're doing in A, grabbing the right personnel, B, grabbing the right quarterback, C, fixing the offense when they never showed me in their entire history, or at least since I was born in my lifetime, that they were able to do so. So for me to believe it, to actually try to see something that's never happened before, I don't know what to tell you guys. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I cannot be insane with you, Eric. I'm sorry. The fact that you think that they're going to be 10-7 just because they switched coaches, they got worse. They got weaker as a team. 100% weaker. There's no way in hell they're going to be better next season with a weaker team. It's 100% a rebuild. It's not. They're not going to. I'm sorry, but they're not going to go 10-7. They're not automatically just the offense is going to be just flipping the switch. Oh my God, look at us now, guys. Instead of having an offensive guru, we're bringing a defensive-minded coach, and our offense suddenly is the greatest offense of all time. How is that possible?
Real quick, I just recall, Jose, when we were at your crib watching the draft together, and the Bears went and got Fields. Eric wasn't happy about it. He wasn't on the Fields wagon at all. And all of a sudden, he expects them to win 10 games with Fields. It's just, where's this coming from?
It's coming from the support that I have in Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus, guys that actually know what the hell they're doing. Because if anything, Ryan Pace knew what to do. It was to give up draft picks for a lot of players and just giving up capital pretty much for. I mean, we applaud him for Khalil Mack, right?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. And that's pretty much it. Maybe the Justin Fields one is yet to be known, but so far it looks pretty good. We seen that it was Matt Nagy's fault. Obviously, it wasn't Mitch, it was Nagy. But Pace's fault. That was the only good thing that he did was to get Khalil Mack. 2018 and 2019 were the reasons to show it. This year, I think they finally what I've noticed and reading and seeing a lot of things is that yes, even though the McCaskeys are still the owners, and that's probably the main issue and the main problem why the Bears haven't really been successful at all, is because of the owners. I think them taking a step back and Ted Phillips taking a step back and not really paying attention or not really doing anything. I'm going to give this last one a shot before I go crazy like I did last year. But Ryan Poles, who was a former player, knows what he's doing. Matt Eberflus, who's a player coach.
Man, Nagy was a former player. Ryan Pace.
You know, I'll give this regime a shot before anything. And then after that, yeah, you know how it goes.
Hey, you not remember what happened with the end of the season? Do you not remember right before this coaching change? You were on here madder than I and John was. You were saying that the Bears don't know crap. You were literally going off on this team. Then all of a sudden, they hired 2 new guys, and now you're kissing their ass all over again. You were literally doing what you have done, and what all Bears fans have done every single year. We cry and complain about how they suck and how we need to fire the coach and the GM, and then we bring in a new coach and GM, and they're like, oh my God, we're going to be better again. Yay! And then what happens? Right back to crying and bitching about them sucking again, only to go back and be like, oh my God, we're going to be good. I can't believe all 10 and then same BS every year. No, I'm not doing it. I hope I'm wrong. I want them to prove me wrong. I'll be happy as hell, but I'm not going to be sitting here and pretend like this is like they're going to be the greatest team on earth just because they switched to 2 guys who've never done the job before.
Matt Eberflus is a very well-respected defensive coordinator. Ryan Poles is his first job, but he's actually been a team that wasn't really all that great in Kansas City, has been there with a couple GM changes and still there after those GM changes, now has become successful with this draft picks or with the upcoming Chiefs team of the ones, the Chiefs that we know today. So I'm going to give these guys a chance. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I think these guys actually know what they're doing. And it proves to me because from the Bears having 6 picks overall and having a total of 11, knows that this guy knows what he's doing and actually has an idea about football than the other 2 goofballs that were here.
All right. We're two more biased questions before we get into Tim Anderson and the White Sox. Peanut Tillman gives advice, guys, to the rookies today. He says, and I quote, differences are what makes champions. Buy or sell, Peanut Tillman knows what he talks about. Knows what he's talking about, although he's never won a championship himself. Eric.
It's Peanut freaking Tillman, the inventor of the peanut punch. One of, if I'm not mistaken, he's a Pro Bowler, right?
Yes.
He was one of the linchpins of the Bears' one of the Bears' defenses, right?
Yes.
He's probably a future Hall of Famer, right?
Great person overall.
He's a future Hall of Famer, right?
Maybe.
Absolutely.
He's up for ballot. No, he's up for ballot, but he's probably just like Devin Hester. He may not get in.
I give Peanut more of a better shot than Devin Hester, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I do too. I don't see it happening.
But to be honest with you, yes, of course, it's Peanut Tillman. It's Peanut freaking Tillman. So of course you listen to him. Everybody for years when Peanut Tillman invented the peanut punch, guess what other NFL cornerbacks and secondary try to do? Guess what's the thing that is, if it's not the helmet, it's the what? It's the fist.
It's
Dude's
the
punching out the
cacahuates.
balls nowadays, front, back, side to side. Dude, yeah, bye. Peanut knows what he's talking about. Even
John,
doesn't have to do anything about it.
Look, man. What was the question? I'm sorry. I'm stuck on the Devin Hester thing right now. As I have a brain fart. Like,
You and Cole.
you're really gonna act like Devin Hester's not a Hall of Famer?
He's not.
Well, look, technically, not yet. Not yet. He still has chances, but at the moment, John, he was in the Hall of Fame, and that's
At the
reality.
moment, he needs to be respected as a Hall of Famer.
Right, but he's not. Okay, so moving on to Peanut Tillman.
If I see him wear the jacket, then I might give him a little respect.
No.
But even then, just because he only returned kicks and that's pretty much it.
Okay, again,
And he's the greatest to do it.
moving on.
Especially in our lifetime.
Moving on to Peanut Tillman, he gave the Bears rookies, advice on how to be champions, saying differences it makes champions. He's never won a champion himself. Doesn't know what he's talking about. Will you buy or sell it?
I'm selling it because it's Peanut Tillman. Wait, you're saying he doesn't know what he's talking about? He does.
Yeah,
know
you
what
know what he's talking about.
He does know. Yeah. So
Okay, so you're selling. Got it.
yeah, so I said I'm selling because Eric made a face when I said I'm selling. Like, yeah, I'm selling it. I'm not buying that blasphemy that Peanut doesn't know what he's talking about because he's never won a championship. It's Peanut freaking Tillman, bro. He's
Peanut freaking Tillman.
when he comes to games, because I've actually been to 2 games that he was like there on the field. The players like he's worshipped like a freaking god.
He is. He was there on the home opener last year that I had the privilege to go, and he was the representative of the Bears that game.
Yeah, why? Because defenses were always the greatest in Chicago Bears history. But moving forward, okay, next and final buy or sell. The Arizona Cardinals guys have been named the next team to be on the HBO hit show Hard Knocks. Buy or sell? Are you watching this, Eric?
I have not watched a single second of that episode of that series whatsoever. So I don't know why it's great. So no. So
The reason why you don't know why it's great is because you haven't watched a single second.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you watching this?
I'm buying it. I do watch it every year. It's interesting to get an inside look at the teams, but also like we do have some Kyler Murray drama because last I checked, he deleted everything off his social media related to the Cardinals. So it's a little bit of tea brewing before this Hard Knocks episode start to air. I'm gonna watch it for sure.
I one up you guys. Even if the Chicago Bears were in Hard Knocks, I probably still wouldn't watch it.
Oh,
you don't want to pay for HBO Max. That's what it is.
No, we have HBO Max.
No.
I watch it. I've watched all my Harry Potter series on HBO Max, homie. All right. I seen when the Jurassic Park, the first 3 trilogies were out. I seen it on HBO Max. I saw it all. I just don't find that show interesting.
I'm all in. I'm all in for the Arizona Cardinals. I was all in for the Colts and the Cowboys the year before.
Cowgirls.
Every year I'm in. I got Paulina into it. We're always watching. Again, like just like John says, it's so interesting to see what these guys go through day in and day out. You get a glimpse of what's going on behind the scenes. You get some drama with the rookies who get cut. It's a really good show. It's a really good show.
You know what's you guys are probably gonna make fun of me for this one, but
you make any Lasso references when we're talking about shows right now.
No, it's a show. It's called All or Nothing. It's on Amazon Prime. They have football, basketball, and they have soccer too. I think that's interesting. It's only a 6-part series, so that's pretty.
Isn't Arsenal on it next?
Yeah, they're gonna be in August. I'm excited, but in a way, I'm disappointed though in the way how they ended. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting.
Only I know that because there's a bunch of memes because they suck so bad. Like, what?
I had to put this. I had to make this comment bigger for you, Eric.
No, I already put it up there. So
okay. Well, yeah. I just saw it.
No, I watched all of them. I watched the Juventus one, the Dortmund one, the Man City one. Like I watched those. They're pretty interesting.
You watch all the soccer ones pretty much.
And I watched the Eagles one. I think it was the Eagles one the year after the Super Bowl. I saw one for the Dallas Cowboys, and then they have the college basketball ones too as well.
Well, in the comments, I just want to see Kyler Murray is really a drama queen. The Green Bay Packers would have been a good watch too, don't lie, especially after everything that happened.
No, this one, I like this one better.
The Raiders were on there 2 years ago.
Yeah, they were. They were already on there. They're not there.
It was like 2-3 years ago when AB didn't show up.
Kyrie television cereal. Of course, he's a drama queen. All right, let's move to some baseball. Last topic of the day before we end, guys. Some drama. Paulina, thank you for the reference. Speaking of drama, Tim Anderson had some drama, guys, against the New York Yankees and Josh Donaldson. There was reports that Donaldson, after what he slided into, or was it Anderson? Was it Anderson? It was a play. I really don't know.
No.
Go ahead, John. You would know more than I would.
It started because at the plate, Donaldson started to argue with Yasmani, and of course, but benches cleared. But while the benches were cleared, Donaldson, he admitted to saying it. He called Tim Anderson. He
Jackie.
The way he says it, yeah, he called him Jackie, but it was responding to Tim Anderson calling himself today's Jackie Robinson. Today's Jackie Robinson.
Today's day of Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, like he's the new Jackie Robinson. He wants to change the game. He wants to be the Jackie Robinson of today's age.
Yes,
that's why Donaldson said he called him Jackie, but according to Donaldson, he said it, responding to when Tim claimed himself as today's Jackie. But the whole thing started because Donaldson was going at it with Yasmani, and then of course Tim Anderson came to back up his boy like he always does.
We got back. What happened afterwards?
Wait, so what happened between him, Donaldson, and Yasmani, anyways? Like, I don't. Why?
They're just arguing. They're arguing at the plate.
Words were said, Eric. It's a competitive sport. Words are being said.
You know who Josh
Johnson is sensitive. Okay,
Josh Johnson's the instigator.
But what was the whole point? Like, that's what I want to know.
Doesn't matter. The whole point of the story was the fact that because Donaldson called I was going to call him Jackie Robinson, because Donaldson called Tim Anderson Jackie. Tim Anderson took offense to it, but your coach, John, the skipper, Tom LaRussa came out and called it a racist comment. Man, because it was a racist, because he said it was a racist comment, Tim Anderson didn't necessarily say it was racist, but he did agree the level of offense that LaRussa took it as, and Donaldson's now suspended 1 game. I wanted to ask you guys your opinion on this. Should he have been suspended, first and foremost, 1 game? And what is that a racist comment to you? Derek, go ahead.
Didn't he also get fined too?
I believe so.
Yeah.
He also got fined too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He got fined too. He's appealing the suspension.
Okay, cool. Well, here's the thing. I mean, okay, so I get what CP says here. Nobody likes Josh Donaldson, and I think I heard it I forgot what radio station I heard it that all the other teams that he has played for, nobody has really liked Josh Donaldson. It's really more of his problem than anything else. After that, cool. So I get it. But even though you're referring to a comment back in 2018, 2019, whatever year that he was drafted, or he came out saying he wanted to be the modern day Jackie Robinson, I think even if you're cool, right, you don't really have to go out of the line or out of the box just to reference somebody, because of the color of the skin, or whatever the case may be. It doesn't really have, or your ethnicity, your background. So yeah, I think Donaldson was kind of a little bit out of line on that aspect part. Whether if it was started with Tim Anderson, I get it, I understand that. I think that the suspension really should have came that way. But if it didn't start with Tim Anderson, then him appealing the suspension, I guess he has all forward to it. But I mean, you just don't cross that line. You don't call people outside of the race, outside of the color. Okay, no matter if it's a famous person. I mean, you're not gonna go to a Hispanic or a Dominican player and call him Roberto, are you?
Okay, but how about this? So what if it was reversed? Now, I don't want anybody to think I'm choosing sides here. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Okay. Let's say it was reversed, and let's say Donaldson said he's a modern day Babe Ruth, right? And then Tim Anderson said, "Okay, Babe," like kind of in the same mannerism. We all know Donaldson was talking shit. He said it because he was talking shit, right? So it's not like he was like playing around with them. He was coming at him, right? He was coming at him. Now if it was the other way around, would it have been called a racist comment?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably. I mean, if he came out and said, "Okay, I'm the next Babe Ruth," all right, cool. I mean, if you could pitch and hit at the same time, cool. You could be called Babe Ruth, and if somebody comes up to you, it could still be it. It's like I don't know. It's just I'm not saying it's a very touchy subject, but it's a subject of like it could always be taken out of context, and I think that's what happened, and it's an unfortunate situation that it honestly happened. Should he gotten suspended? Yeah, suspension is worthy. I mean, it's worth it, right? Um, and getting fined and no pay, cool. I'm okay with that.
John, what's your response to this?
So knowing who Josh Donaldson is, who he's been as a player, it was definitely he said it with some type of racist anger towards him. It'd be different.
Has he shown any racism before?
No.
So
No, he looks like a dick. I ain't gonna lie.
But you could be an a-hole and not be racist.
All right, exactly. No, but so look at one point in time, Jose, Josh Johnson was viewed as the best third baseman in the league. But you keep getting shopped around with teams on these 1 year, 2 year deals, and yet you're still producing. But like Eric has stated, this guy isn't liked by his own teammates. And I get where in his head he's probably like, okay, laughing my ass off. Tim Anderson thinks he's the next Jackie Robinson. What a joke. But you bring this up 3 years later, it'd be different if the league is walking around saying, yeah, promoting Tim Anderson as today's Jackie Robinson. But for you to bring it up years after the comment was made, like you purely said that, with some type of hate, some type of disrespect behind it. He's always been known as being, like I said, he's not liked. So there's been times where he's been a dirty player on the field, to anybody, regardless of the color of their skin, just on the field in general, he's always getting into it. And it's like, just because of because of his history, you can't really believe it's just a joke. You can't, because of who the guy is. Like I said, it'd be totally different if like people were actually calling Tim Anderson today's Jackie Robinson. Then okay, yeah, it's a joke because you can say, oh yeah, I disagree with what everybody's saying, But you're bringing stuff up from years ago. It's just, and I will say though, because baseball doesn't get enough views, I think all the medias, ESPN, everybody, they're milking the fuck out of this.
So I agree with you, John. I agree. I agree that baseball is definitely getting every ounce they can get to kind of get this publicity out there. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay, I'm gonna be 100%. When I first initially heard this, I didn't think there was no racism at all. I thought Donaldson was just talking crap about what Tim Anderson said. That he called himself the Jackie. I would do the exact same thing if I was playing Eric's soccer and Eric's like, oh, I'm Lionel Messi, around here, whatever.
But he said that 3 years ago.
Yeah,
right. Saying that today.
Got it. I get that. But me and Eric know each other. We played, me and Eric know each other for a long time.
No, but okay, but you got to put yourself in that position.
Hold on. Again,
they don't know each other.
But they play against each other. I get what you're trying to say. But if I'm playing against Eric, right, in soccer, and he calls himself Lionel Messi, but yet I treat him on the soccer field, or something happens where I'm talking crap to Eric, and I'm like, okay, well, Messi, relax. I would do it because I'm an asshole, right? I would do that.
I will 2 feet slide your ass straight to your ankles and hope
I warrant it.
But because Eric, you're also saying it as a joke.
Right. Okay. But I warrant it. Right. I warrant it 100%. I'm not arguing what Donaldson did was right. I'm not like it was ignorant. It was disrespectful. There was no point of him saying. There was no point of him saying what he said. Like he was literally going at him. Like he was going at him. Like why would you say that if you weren't going at him?
I think a perfect situation, and I think CP says it right here too perfectly. Like Eric personality though. Like you do. Yeah, we goof around, right?
Right.
I'm gonna put it in this way.
Okay, hold on. I'm not done.
Wait. Hold on.
No, let Jose finish.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. Just me personally, I wouldn't go that far as saying it's racist. I would say that he's definitely hating, talking crap, and he still warrants a butt whooping. He still warrants a fine or whatever you want to call it. But to say it's racist, I don't know if I'm fully there. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, look. Granted. I'm gonna put it this way because I just want to put it in perspective, right? Like you and I and John and I, we all know each other, we all hang out, we all know each other's personalities, we all know what makes us tick, right? Little personal stuff, right? But that's like me And I don't want to like take this out of context or anything, but it's like me. I've had just sports conversations with CP that he's been on and stuff like that, and we're playing ball, and then out of nowhere, I don't know, I just call him like, I don't know, LeBron or Kobe or something. Like he's gonna take some offense to that. You know what I mean? Like I know the guy, but I don't know the guy. Josh Donaldson knows Tim Anderson because they're part of the same fraternity in baseball, but they don't know each other like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's why it's taken out of context. And like I said, I don't want to take it out of line. I'm just only putting it in this aspect because of what we're talking about. But I would never go out of line and call somebody that I don't know, whether if it's like Caesar talking about, hey, you're the next Duran or something, or somebody who joins our show or that we've known by joining the show. Like I'm not going to go out of my way and give my or go out of my way to deliver a statement, whether if we play sports or not, we barely know each other. Like that's something that you don't do.
Right.
That's the instigator part. That's the perfect example I could put it. Like I said, I don't want to, push buttons, but on the topic of conversation, this is what it is, and that's how it is. Between us three, it doesn't work. But between us and the people that we know that we just don't know, but you heard what I said, Caesar. Hey, we'll go at it. He's like, I don't even know you for real. We just only went to the same high school. That's all. It's something like that, man. Like, like I don't, there's a time and place for everything until you know the person. And unfortunately, Donaldson just was being a dick.
Is it racist?
Yeah.
Is it racist?
In the world we live in today, it's racist.
Yeah, it's racist.
If you put it that way, I agree. I agree with you 100%. Jca Sports Podcast, guys. We went over because we started late. We had technical difficulties. On my end, we would have had slideshows, pictures, all the razzle dazzle, but it didn't work out the way it was supposed to. However, we do have news. Eric, do you want to share with the fans?
Oh yeah, guys. So our next episode is. Actually, first of all, let me go. Saturday, the EAFP podcast will be live at One Allegiance Brewery in Chicago Ridge, 10215 Harlem Avenue, to watch the final for the Champions League. So that first things first, that's more important. But nothing is more important as this. Our next episode will be our 100th episode for the Jca Sports Podcast with us three. And we are still debating what day are we doing this, guys?
To be determined.
Who?
What? To be determined.
To be determined. We're not going to have a show Wednesday, Cole. Cole said he'll be joining Wednesday. We won't be. Well, at least not the JC. There won't be a JCA Sports show on Wednesday because this is the 99th episode that you're watching. The next episode that we are doing is the first episode. We want to make sure we do it right. We want to make sure we get people on. We want to make sure we have all the glitz and the glam. So we're gonna stay tuned to the JCA Facebook page. We will let you guys know when our 100th episode will be. Obviously, be within the next week or two. And when that happens, we're gonna go all out. We would love for every single person who's been a part of this journey, who's been commenting, who's been on, who's been supporting us, to hop on and talk to us. We'll talk sports. We'll talk whatever you want to talk about, but just to show some love, we'll show some love in return. And who knows? Maybe we do get something away. We don't know, right? Everything's still up in the air. But the 100th episode is coming. Yep, 100 episodes. Our first episode, the three of us officially, John Konavi, was June 25th in 2020. And we've been doing shows ever since. Here we are.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna do something
for you guys. CP said he's proud of us.
Yeah, he is. I clicked that too fast. Yeah, he is proud of us. Yeah, he's been a big part. Obviously, we want everybody to join. We're gonna go all out. We're probably.
I just saw the comments. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. We're gonna try to see if we get any of the guests that we had prior. Quincy, Tony's go-to guy for basketball, and that's all the knowledge that he gets from. We're trying to get Rick from Crack One Media to join. Tony and I, who was our first guest, trying to get him to hop on too. We're just trying to make this big. Hell, we might even go over. We might even make it like an hour and a half, 2-hour episode just for shits and giggles. For all of us, CP who's been on, Deontay who's been on. Josh, who's been on, Miguel, who's been on, everybody. We want everybody to chop on.
We're gonna get Paulina to talk sports and
Paulina to talk sports. You know, a lot over here might join us or not. John, your dad shows up every once in a while. You know, get your cousins to join on to the baseball Get everybody. Michael P.
The whole Flyer family.
Teaser, everybody. We're gonna share.
That's money. He has money on, John.
We're gonna.
He has money on.
Yes, money gone down. I'll slide in the DMs.
You know, we're trying to see what we can do. You know, maybe a special guest here and there to join us. We'll see what we can do, but we're gonna make this fun, definitely for sure. We're gonna see if whatever we can do. You know,
Toxico's gonna make his appearance too, baby. What it do, baby?
Hey, we're gonna do the best that we can to make this show better.
You know, Jose just came off as what is it? Date night Mike from
Date Night Mike
office?
for sure. Hell yeah! So yeah, we're gonna a TBD for our 100th episode with special guests. We want all you guys to join. We hopefully this will be fun, and we're gonna make it big. Again, follow the Jca Sports Podcast under the John Conavi Facebook page on Facebook. Make sure you guys hit the bell. That way you guys are notified when our shows are on. Also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. Share our show. Share all our shows that we have on for you guys on your Facebook page so people could join us too as well. Talk about us. But don't forget Saturday, the podcast, the AFP, One Allegiance Brewery, Chicago Ridge, 102.15.
We're going to win it all, baby. Champions League, here we come.
Yeah, so Wednesday, 6 p.m. my show. Jose, when is yours? Sports Drip? TBD. So tune in 6 o'clock, and then Wednesday no show from us. We'll let everybody know on our personal Facebook page and then Junk on our Facebook page when the 100th episode will be aired. For that, all you guys to join, giveaways and all that stuff. Hopefully by then I'll get my trophy for fantasy football so I could display the background that I won for the Jca Sports Podcast. Just saying, I think that would be a great treat. I'm just saying.
We're going to have a fantasy football league this year, so yeah, we'll definitely have that ready for you by then.
Yeah, for sure. As for the Jay and John, the Cian Contreras, the A and Avila, this has been the Jca Sports Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Make sure you guys follow us, share us, like us. As for Jose, as for John, for myself, Eric Avila, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening.
Baby.
Until next time for our 100th episode, maybe we'll wear gold. We don't know. We'll see.
Or naked.
Until next time, I'll see you there. Jose, hit the outro.
What a finish. Wow, that is unfreaking believable. What a way for a ball game to end.
Oh, that's what happened. Oh, that's terrible. My God. The humanity.
They may be the drunkest couple in the history of sporting events.
I loved his face.
I would suspect that fan is done for the night. Here's the thing. When you steal something, don't wear it.